Thank you, everybody. I'm Tom Griffin, and this is Concert Tales.
Let It Be was released by The Replacements in October of 1984. The Minneapolis band's fourth album was universally acclaimed, making the top 10 of over 150 college radio stations and glowing praise from critics and fans. Almost 40 years after its release, Let It Be continues to be held in the reverence that is reserved for groundbreaking work. Let It Be was recorded at Blackberry Way Studios in Minneapolis and was produced by Steve Felstad, Paul Westerberg, and Peter Jesperson. This would be the last Replacements album on Twin Tone. The recording of Let It Be began in late summer 1983 and stretched through the winter until spring 1984. Originally intended to be released in late spring, it was delayed until October. That delay allowed Twin Tone, their independent record label, to heavily promote the record to college and new alternative radio stations, leading to its critical and commercial success. The album cover photo of the band, probably one of the most famous of the Replacements, was shot on the roof of the Stinson family home by Dan Corrigan. Paul Westerberg, the Replacements songwriter, had been evolving. Though still capable of penning up-tempo rockers, he was becoming equally adept at writing songs that were more honest, emotional, and introspective. 16 Blue, Answering Machine, and Unsatisfied reflected this new vulnerability, and while antagonizing some longtime fans that only wanted up-tempo rock and punk anthems, the songs also attracted newer fans. Longtime followers of the band were noting Westerberg's progression as a songwriter. The Replacements had toured with REM in 1983. Though ostensibly rivals in the American indie scene, the two bands were friendly. Peter Buck was originally mooted to produce Let It Be. Although he didn't end up producing, he was in the studio the first week of recording and played the guitar solo on I Will Dare. When released as a single in September, I Will Dare was an immediate college radio hit. The Replacements were part of a vibrant Minneapolis music scene that also included the Suicide Commandos, the Suburbs, and Husker Du. The Replacements made no videos for the songs on Let It Be, and the song Senior Video perfectly captures the band's feelings about making any. Even after signing with major label Sire Records, they were wary of making videos.
We write about what we want to write about, we act where we are, we don't pretend. And it's like people won't accept that because they're used to a package kind of thing where you have to put on to be accepted. You know, you have to look good on TV, you have to act like you're into it. And sometimes we're not into it and we don't pretend that we are, you know?
The Replacements would play over 200 shows supporting Let It Be, touring until early 1985. Let It Be has gone on to sell over 250,000 copies since its release and is on best of album lists from Pitchfork, Spin, Village Voice, Rolling Stone, and dozens of others. 1984 was an amazing year for music. Bruce Springsteen, Madonna, and Prince all released huge mainstream albums that sold millions of copies. Outside the mainstream, REM, the Minutemen, Husker Du, and the Smiths all released seminal works that went a long way towards defining what was actually alternative music. The Replacements would go on to release 4 more albums with varying degrees of success before disbanding for good in 1991. Though each succeeding album had its high points and memorable songs, many critics and fans still regard Let It Be as their finest moment. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.